Alors, je suis désolé pour ces problèmes. Bonjour, je suis désolé pour ces problèmes techniques. Sorry for the technical issues connection-wise. Il y a un orage sur Paris. There's a storm on Paris now. I don't know if it changes things or not, but I saw a signal decrease and re-increase. Donc, j'ai perdu le signal de la connexion à un moment donné. Il est revenu. Bon, voilà. J'espère que vous me voyez. Merci de me dire si vous me voyez et entendez bien malgré tout ça. On a beaucoup de choses à voir aujourd'hui. Je vous ai préparé un PowerPoint. I did prepare a PDF, PowerPoint and stuff. Not a pro on that, but it's second time I do that after the live with Menno. Voilà, deuxième fois que je fais un PowerPoint. Je suis pas un pro, mais j'ai dû, voilà, j'ai préparé ça. Normalement, c'était pour hier, mais voilà. Est-ce que vous pouvez me dire déjà si vous me voyez et m'entendez? Can you tell me please if you see me and hear me? I need to know before I start everything, and I cannot go on YouTube to check out about this. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Pourquoi je suis en bilingue? Parce que il y a déjà une ou deux personnes bilingues qui m'ont dit qu'elles viendraient. Donc je salue Gert de Belgique. Hi to Gert, who is English too. You're welcome. Just I will have to switch from French to English all the time, but it was said on the thumbnail, so no big deal. Only thing I hope is that the connection is okay. So I would like to see, please, in the chat. Otherwise, I cannot know if you see me, hear me well. Thank you very much in advance, and also. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, please. Yeah, also under the video if you like, but in order to let me know if you see me and hear me, otherwise I will be a bit in the dark. Merci d'avance. Je vois 3 personnes, mais si l'une d'entre elles pouvait, dans la boîte de dialogue, dans le chat, me dire que c'est OK, j'apprécierais. Sinon, je vais commencer à vide, tant pis. Hein. Can someone tell me if he sees me, hear me? C'est important, s'il vous plaît. Je vais me remettre dessus. Normalement, il ne faut pas que je regarde en même temps le direct, sinon, voilà, ça risque d'être compliqué. Sinon, je vais faire comme si j'ai pas de réponse, qu'est-ce que vous voulez? Voilà. Bon. De toute façon, il y a le replay. Si jamais voilà, personne ne veut intervenir, il y a peut-être un retard aussi. There might be a delay because I can see no answer in the chat. So I will assume it works. Désolé pour les soucis techniques. Voilà, en plus, salut Gert. Hello Gert. Can you see me, hear me well? Because I lost signal and I lost also my PDF. Voilà, j'ai perdu le signal, j'ai perdu le PDF, je suis obligé de tout recommencer. Est-ce que c'est le 5? Je ne sais pas. Je suis obligé de... Yeah, thank you. Import a file. I'm obliged to restart. Je suis obligé de tout recommencer. Technical issues, it's life, c'est la vie. It happens to everyone, even the biggest channels. I'm a small channel. So yeah, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna speak. Dites-moi s'il y a des Français, s'il vous plaît, qui regardent, parce que j'ai vraiment besoin de savoir. Donc on va parler whisky, on va déguster des whisky, et on va parler aussi de l'actualité de la chaîne, et aussi de l'actualité des nouvelles sorties, new releases. We'll speak about the news about the channel, but new releases in Scotland and in France. Also some news, not all pleasant, but we'll see. And I have a special sample here also. It might be related to news I will give you later on. You'll see if I manage to make this work. Okay, it's currently uploading for the 3rd time. I hope all you are well. J'espère que vous allez tous bien. Il fait très chaud ici, il y a l'orage. It's quite hot here and there's a storm, so it's a bit moist, a bit overwhelming, heat-wise. So I'm gonna give you some news. Je vais vous donner des nouvelles pendant que ça charge, si ça veut bien fonctionner. Pour l'instant, ça rame. For now, it's buffering a bit, or it's struggling to upload. Maybe I'm gonna have to close this because, yeah, I hope it will work now. For now, it doesn't. Donc, Compass Box, on va tester. Alors, as a reminder, I'm going to try this before, mine in 2017, and then I'm going to try the new one, 2024, that John Glazer sent me. Also, maybe I will have to say a reminder because he left the company. Voilà, John est parti de Compass Box, même s'il garde une part minoritaire. He's keeping a minor share. Après, on va tester un whisky Tourbé modérément français, Artesia. I talked about this on Instagram, but I didn't do the review here yet. Petit exclu, français, je vais déguster le nouvel Artesia Tourbé. Si vous n'avez pas Instagram, ça sera intéressant. Then, and you will see the visuals, I'm going to try 2 whiskies from a Brazilian distillery. La distillerie LAMAS au Brésil. Merci à Sonia pour les échantillons. Thanks to Sonia for the samples. Very interesting. There's 2 different cask types, smoky and smoky. One is almost cask strength. And then I'm going to ask you to vote because the PowerPoint struggles to upload parce que j'arrive toujours pas. Je vais vous dire les bouteilles. I will tell you the bottles. I will ask you to vote for later on in the show in order to, because I cannot try them all now, but I will review them all later on. Do you want me to cover Glen Scotia, Campbellton Harbour, the 40% of supermarket release, but it's very good. I like it a lot. Or it's all about peat today. Sorry if you don't like peat. Gert, you always say you don't like peat, but I'm sure you love peat now. Maybe not every time, but Caol Ila, 11 years old. Look at that natural color. Palo Cortado finish, bourbon matured. 46%. Cadenhead, original collection. Now this that had a bit of issue, but we're going to see how it handles now. Port Charlotte 10, heavily peated, 2023 release. Okay, so put down in the chat, vote for your... Aha, I know that. Slowly but surely, mon ami. Vote for your final dram for me to review here. Bon, je le mets en anglais, hein, mais voilà. Si vous êtes francophone, s'il vous plaît, merci de vous manifester dans de la boîte de dialogue. Ça serait sympa. Là, je ne vois plus qu'une personne, c'est pas cool, mais ça arrive. Et il y a le replay, comme on dit. Donc, je vais mettre dans le chat Glen Scotia. Oui, c'est pas évident. It's not obvious. Hop. 2. Palo Cortado is sherry. Palo Cortado is a special kind of sherry. Voilà. Alors, 2 personnes, c'est bien. 2 personnes en français ou pas. En Port Charlotte, vous savez tous que c'est la distillerie Bruichladdich. You all know it's Bruichladdich Distillery. Voilà, normalement, ça va marcher. Ok, so take your time. Vous avez tout votre temps pour choisir lequel vous préférez que je déguste après les 1, 2, 3, 4, ouais, 5, ça va faire 6. Voilà. Et j'aimerais bien que le PowerPoint marche. Hope the PowerPoint will upload, because otherwise I spend a lot of time on this. It did work on Menno live show, a double blind I did with him recently. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Allez voir. Menno est un blogueur belge qui écrit de jolies choses en anglais. So it's a Belgian blogger like Gert in the chat. Go to see, by the way, Whiskey Lovers Society channel on YouTube. Does a lot of content, shorter than me. And is very sympathic YouTuber currently who travels a lot also. So he gives you also travel reports. Oh man, there's a problem with the file. Try later. Thank you very much. Okay, so maybe I will try. I'm sorry about this. Je suis désolé des soucis techniques. Je vais commencer sans le PowerPoint et j'espère qu'il va nous rattraper en route. Donc, je voulais vous parler du fait que Ardnahoe, est-ce que je vais trouver ça dans Whisky Magazine? Je suis même pas sûr. Vient de sortir son premier single malt. Ardnahoe distillery d'Islay, détenu par la société de négoce Hunter Lang. Je suis même pas sûr. Trying to find if I can find a pic, because I did prepare everything, but yeah, I don't see it. Never mind. I will try again later. Okay, let's talk with this help. Meanwhile, okay, so I have to see what I can do. Caol Ila, GSCH, et what's the PC10? Okay, so you mean it's the Caol Ila? Okay. So I will put one vote there for Gert. All right. Okay, Ardnahoe. So has a beautiful location. I saw the pictures, never went there. So it's on the map is before me, but it's too remote. It's on the northeast coast, close to Bunabén and Caol Ila. So it's founded in 2017 by Hunter Lang. So it was Hunter, which means Stewart Lang, in fact, and his sons, Scott and I don't remember now. Hunter Lang is Stewart Lang did depart from his brother Fred Lang in 2013 to create another company than Douglas Lang. So each one did, before owning a distillery, they divide the brands in two and created others to compensate the one he couldn't get. And basically they divide the stock also of all new old distilleries, a lot of things they have. The first to open was Fred Lang. We're going to speak also about Strathern later on. But for now, it's Ardnahoe who founded 2017, capacity of 1,000, so 1 million liters of pure alcohol per annum. What can we say? 2.75 ton semi-lauter mash tun with a copper lead. Not all have a copper lead. Lauter gear is used as little as possible to get a clear wort. 25,000 liter washbacks made from Oregon pine. Average fermentation of 72 hours, so quite long, but we're going to see here later on that they can be even longer, 100 to more hours of fermentation. Wash still, yeah, maybe the capacity is not very important for you. 12,500 liters for the wash still, 8,000 for the spirit still. Slow distillation, one of the longest line arms in Scotland, 7.5 meters. Spirit is collected between 74 and 62 2023. 90% of the production is peated, up to 40%. The rest is unpeated. En français, excusez-moi, c'est compliqué pour moi de faire les deux là, mais voilà. Donc je vais parler d'Ardnahoe, distillerie fondée en 2017 par l'un des frères Stewart. Capacité 1 million de litres. Distillerie nord-est d'Islay, donc voilà, avec une cuve de brassage de 2 tonnes 75 et une cuve des cuves de fermentation de 25 litres en pain d'Oregon. 72 heures de fermentation, voilà, etc. 90% de la production est Tourbé. Let's see if I can make this go back, because problem is I cannot see which of the PowerPoint. I'm gonna try to get it, but I don't know which one it is. Okay, I hope it's the good one. So, voilà, we're gonna speak about this. Je vais parler de ces 3 distilleries. I hope you can see the PowerPoint well. So we're going to speak of Ardnahoe, then Inchdairnie, which nobody spoke or too few, and Strathern. I haven't tried, for the record, pour info, j'ai pas testé les whiskies de ces distilleries, mais voilà, je fais une revue de presse. I'm doing a news roundup to tell you some of the new distilleries are reopening ones, Port Ellen, of course. But we're going to speak about Port Ellen in another live show with someone who visited it and who wrote about it and who knows a lot about it. Voilà. Je reparlerai de Port Ellen plus tard avec quelqu'un qui est allé là-bas et qui connaît bien l'affaire. Et vous pouvez voir aussi le nom d'autres distilleries en bas qui sont des nouvelles dont il y a des sorties. All these distilleries have at least one or several releases out. Official bottlings, but also, except Ardnahoe, of course, because it's just released now. All of the others, except Hollywood maybe, okay, and Port of Leith, and Port Ellen, of course, because it's brand renew, but let's say Ardnahoe, Inchdairnie, Strathern, Dalmanack, and Dornoch have already indie bottlings of them. Voilà. Hello, Hanging AZ, hope you're well. So yeah, I was explaining we're going to speak first a few roundup news, and if there's someone who is French, s'il y a quelqu'un qui me regarde en français, et il faut que j'en tienne compte même s'il n'y a personne en direct pour la rediffusion. Désolé. Voilà, merci de me le faire savoir. Voilà, so let's go now. Yes, sorry, there's a little size problem there. Il y a eu un petit souci de taille. Donc, ils sortent leur nouveau 5 ans ce mois-ci. 5 ans vieillissement en fût de Bourbon et Sherry. Non filtré à froid, non coloré, 50%. So, here's the new release of Ardnahoe. It's a 5 years old. So, quite nice bottle. It's an age statement. It's one of the very, very first, une des premières distilleries d'Écosse à sortir 5 ans comme officiellement compte d'âge. An official age statement is lost a bit. So I have to point at kudos to them to release an age statement. Bourbon and Oloroso, bourbon and sherry for me is a good combination, if not the optimal one for first release. And depends of the distillate, of course, but I think it's, Ardnahoe, Isle of Harris, which is there because I have to speak about Isle of Harris as well. Did start with bourbon and sherry mix of cask, and I think it's quite interesting. Voilà, what else? Yeah, you can see I borrowed these pictures on the net. Sorry. You can see pictures from outside. The still room, beautiful from inside. Like I gave you a few technical informations before. And they're warm tubs, which are supposed to increase the subtlety of the distillate, but can bring a bit of sulfur too. So distillery equipped avec des cuves des refroidisseurs à serpentin in French. Yeah, so you can see the Langs, Stuart Lang in the middle and his son. It's a bit too small, so let's see if I can read. Yeah, Andrew and Scott. I was looking for that. So yeah, you can see the worm tubs. Don't know if you can read it. So large copper coils are submerged in tanks in tubes of cold water, allow the vapor after passing to the line arm to condense gently and gradually imbuing added texture and complexity. And you can see the cask. So they have lots of different casks, but for now, European oak and American oak. And yeah, directly from Jerez, the sherry cask also. We'll see. It is not on the market yet. I am confident they will present it maybe in a French show in the fall, in maybe September, Whisky Life Paris or Salon du Gars a little before. We'll see. So here's the location I was talking about. So you can see it's on the northeast side, close to Jura Island. Voilà, donc oui, il faut que je pense au français. Donc là, vous voyez la localisation entre Bunaben et Caol Ila. Et non, là, c'est la distillerie suivante dont je voulais parler, mais c'est pas grave. On y arrive. Inchdairnie. Donc Inchdairnie sort aussi des embouteillages, mais pour l'instant, on est plutôt dans des choses, on va dire, un peu confidentielles. I'm going to present it in French and then in English. Donc Inchdairnie, distillerie fondée en 2015, 4 millions de litres de capacité, propriété, voilà, c'est indépendante. Macduff International, Danish Spirits Company is the owner, 2015, 4,000 capacity. I forgot to say Lowlands. On passe aux basses terres, Lowlands. What else can I say quickly? Yeah, they use rye. It's a complicated 72 hours as well, 72 heures aussi. Ils ont un alambic de type Lomond, Lomond Steel with 6 plate. They can do, if they want, triple distillation. They have a unique recipe of yeast, and also they can mix, malted barley or and rye. Et on va en parler. We're going to speak about it a bit more. You can see the distillery, the still room, la salle des alambics. Et voilà, donc ça c'est un des premiers, one of the first release they did in 2022, mixing 53% of rye, seigle, et 47% 47 malted barley, orge maltais. 46.2, American oak. So this has mixed reviews, but rather some respect. You can also find this, which it's a special 50 cl, mind you, and wee ones for a Zoom tasting, but the big ones you can get in Whiskey Shop UK. Hopefully someday, let's see, yeah, hopefully someday also in France, because there's a Whiskey Shop Paris. So you can see different type of cask and different type of recipes as well, mais voilà, le premier, je pense que c'est un single malt, mais je suis pas sûr et certain entièrement. Les deux ont une partie seigle, une partie orge maltais. So I think, I'm not sure, the first one is only single malt, but the two others are obviously a mix of rye and malt. So I hope some of these will be available. I was surprised to see this one. Strata Henry is the name of the unpeated in debottling version of Inchdairnie, version négoce, quand c'est pas tourbé, c'est Stratenery. And when it's peated, quand c'est tourbé, it's called Fing Lassie. And this one is 70 cl bottle, 46%, from Rest and Be Thankful Indie Bottler. But I'm surprised. Normally, they do very expensive bottling, and this is quite reasonable. 72 euros, 6 years old, 6 ans. Là, vous la voyez un peu mieux. You can see it better. Haven't tried it, obviously. It got some okay, nice, I think, notes on whiskey base. And this batch 2, but batch 1 was positively reviewed by Serge Valentin. Serge en a dit du bien. And now the third one, Straterne. This one is the Douglas Lang now distillery. So it's a kind of match between a box match between the two distilleries from the two brothers. What can I say? Let's go back a bit there. For this one, Malt Whisky Yearbook says it's founded 2013, 140,000 liters. So this is in Southern Highlands. So this is way more small than the two first ones. They experiment with non-oak wood, but I don't know for now. They don't have the right to release them, I guess. Chestnut, mulberry, and cherry wood. They use different varieties of barley as well. We're going to see that on the first recent release. Ok. Alors, Straterne, donc ce qui est intéressant, on va voir ça, donc différents types de fûts, mais pour l'instant, la Scotch Whisky Association, l'association des producteurs de whisky écossais, qui lobbyise, si j'ose dire, auprès des différents gouvernements et impose une définition du whisky écossais, n'autorise pas les autres types de fûts que le chêne. En France, oui. In French, you can use different kind of oak. In Ireland, too, mind you. And of course, in the United States. Then it depends. I don't know about single malt in the United States exactly. It's changing now, but if they can use other types of oak, I'm not sure. Voilà, donc voilà les alambics. There's much smaller stills than for the two others, as you can see. Capacity there is 2 times 1,000 liters, so you can see. But fermentations, la fermentation, 144 heures, 144 hours of fermentation. So I don't know what's the result, but it would be interesting. So they do peated and unpeated. There was a release called The Heart, which was only keeping the heart cut. Very interesting. But voilà. They also do some gins. I had the chance to try the one in the middle. J'ai pu déguster en 2018 when I was in Scotland. I bought a mini of this one. Their whiskey was not ready yet. So the center one is with heather and rose. Very nice gin, very discreet, subtle. And this is the first batch indeed, one of the first batch in 2022. As you can see, sherry cask driven. And this is the one now, and you will see already the problem. Moi, ça me dérange déjà. J'avais dépensé, I did spend 85 euros for this. Up. Are we gonna go back? Yeah. The Hierarch Isle of Harris, j'avais dépensé 85 euros pour ça à la Maison du Whisky déjà. 85 euros for that at la Maison du Whisky. Quite expensive, but super craft whiskey, okay. First release, but they're asking now 99.90 euros for the Straterne. That's probably younger than that. So I don't think it's really cool. But yeah, you have it, Marie-Sauter Extra Pale. It's the barley variety. Fût means cask in English, bourbon sherry and virgin oak, which is not very pleasant, but you never know how it's made. I don't know your thoughts in the chat. les gens, people, Gert and others. I don't know your thoughts about those. I think this. The problem is it's expensive. It's a French page of La Maison Whisky. They say it's fresh and oaky, malted barley, pear, new oak on the nose. On the palate, pâtissier, which means with a pastry feel and gourmet, honey, butter, dried apricots, long and suave finish, viennoiserie, I mean French bakery specialties, croissant and brioche and stuff. Also some oat and yeah, of course, very expensive Gert. Try before you buy, or try before you die, your wallet. Quelque chose comme ça. Official tasting notes, it's almost the same. Focusing on the oak, honey, buttercream, baking spices, buttery oak, baking finish. So we'll see. Oh, yeah. Spoiler. I'm preparing, sans transition, je prépare le 5e anniversaire de la chaîne. I'm preparing the 5th anniversary of the channel. And I can reveal this already as a big spoiler. So in the end of May, à la fin du mois de mai, or beginning of June, we're currently discussing of these dates with my friends, John Glazer and Dave Brun. I think I can call them my friends now. Et donc avec John, on a décidé... Okay, you vote 2. Okay, noted. Thanks for watching. Maybe you'll see the... okay. Vote for 2 with 3, maybe my choice. Okay, I will review High Scottish. I will review them anyway. Yeah, for now I was explaining, yeah, I'm preparing a special live show with those master blender and indie bottling company creator John Glazer and Dave Broom, whiskey writer of, for instance, this. Let me go back. A Sense of Place, Journeying to Scotland Whisky. So you can see some of picture there. And also someone who wrote for and still wrote for Whiskey Magazine. So this is 20th anniversary of the French version, which is younger, 2004, 2024. And Dave Broom is also doing a masterclass with Serge Valentin from Whiskey Fun almost every year at Whiskey Life Paris. So I will speak about that too when it will be time for that. Let's go back to this. Yeah, this. So yeah, I'm very happy to have those specialists on board because we're going to speak about whisky with no double speak. On va parler de whisky sans langue de bois. On va évoquer beaucoup de problèmes, beaucoup de questions. We're going to speak of a lot of things about whisky, blended whisky. What is whisky in 2024? What should it be in Scotland and should not it be everywhere, etc., etc. Natural color, chill filtration. We'll discuss all that if we can, and we'll try a few things. I will uncork. Je vais ouvrir des choses spéciales. Je peux pas vous dire tout de suite quoi. J'ai pas tout choisi encore. I will uncork special bottles for this occasion, and also, yes, I will celebrate all that. Voilà, c'est beaucoup de choses. Donc voilà, en fait, la petite histoire, c'est que en 2014, j'ai célébré en privé, sans médiatiser, mes 10 ans de Whisky Live avec Dave et John, qui ont gentiment accepté de partager des souvenirs après avoir dégusté quelques verres, dans un café à la sortie du live. So in 2014, we had the occasion. I wanted to celebrate the 10 years of Whisky Life Paris, and I asked John and Dave, which I was meeting almost every year at Whisky Life Paris, to agree to have a few drinks with me outside and will celebrate my 10 years of Whiskey Live and also talk about whiskey with you. And they say yes very kindly. And I didn't publish anything at that time because it was a private thing, but it was amazing. I got a gift book from Dave, the manual. I'm going to show it during the live show. And also John shared his memories of Diageo years visiting distilleries. He showed us some pictures he took in rare occasions as well. And yeah, it's also 25 years of tasting, 11 years studying the website. The website is mothballed now, but the content is still accessible. I cannot add content, it's complicated. That's why I open Instagram account. Voilà, si j'ai ouvert le compte Instagram, c'est parce que j'ai des soucis avec la plateforme de... voilà, qui abrite le site, voilà, des questions de technique, de sous, pour augmenter la capacité, etc. Voilà, je ne peux pas. J'ai un autre site en plus. Tout ça coûte horriblement cher et je n'ai toujours pas de sponsor autre qu'honorifique. Yeah, I don't have Patreon and stuff yet. So I have issues with some expenses with my different websites and stuff. I have to fix that. I don't know how yet. Some people are subscribing using some platform that are famous. Some complain about that publicly, not YouTubers, but clients. So I don't know what to think. But yeah, we'll need help at a certain extent because sometimes I buy bottles only, if I may say, to review for you. So, which maybe I wouldn't bought for that. So I don't know. But yeah, you can see all the program, which leads us to this first tasting. We're gonna do the new or last, let's say, John Glazer, and of course his team, James Saxon, is taking over all the blending team. James Saxon created some expressions as like orchid fruit, or I think one of the Flaming Hots and the No Names as well. Yeah, Gert, lots of milestones. So, je ne sais pas s'il y a des Français encore à bord. Bonjour tout le monde, bonjour à ceux qui arrivent maintenant seulement. Comme on a des gens aussi anglo-saxons, je bascule du français à l'anglais, excusez-moi, si c'est un peu compliqué à suivre. Yeah, so limited edition of 7,000 and so bottles, 600 only for France. Price is not cheap, but it was 75 to 83 already. I mean, this one. So I got the 2017, j'ai le 2017 que je vais déguster en parallèle au 2024. Et hello Alex, bonjour, merci de nous rejoindre. Il y a eu des petits soucis techniques et je suis obligé de faire le direct en bilingue, mais bon, j'avais dit que j'étais potentiellement, je le ferais, donc je le fais. J'ai lancé le vote aussi, et il faudra que tu redonnes ton choix, mais on verra ça plus tard. So we'll start with this. Let's put all these on the side. Hop. Donc je vais mettre ça ici. I put that here. And if there's a room, man. So, not sure. So yes, this is a sample provided as often, as usual, as for more than a decade. Yeah, I will speak about that, Scotty, in a minute. But I want to compare those two, obviously, as the stock is getting rarer, le stock devenant plus rare, de vieux whisky de grain aussi, de malt aussi. Je vais comparer les deux recettes, je les ai sous les yeux, hein, j'ai tout noté sous les yeux. You can find the recipes, it's on the, I mean, it's there. So you see age 15 to 26 years old, it's the last one. If I take the previous, the first, one of the first ones, it's not the first one, year 2000, it's, if I read well, 13 to 27 years old. La plus grande différence entre les deux, the biggest difference between the two, I would say, is that while the 2024 relies only on 3 distilleries, Girvan, Cameron Bridge, as you can see, and Port Dundas, the 2017 relies on more distilleries: Cameron Bridge, North British, Strathclyde, Dumbarton, which is a closed distillery, and Strathclyde. Voilà, donc la différence entre les deux éditions pour les francophones, c'est que, voilà, évidemment, les âges sont à peu près comparables, mais il y a davantage de distilleries dans la version 2017 et les versions courantes précédentes. Et par exemple, en 2017, vous pouvez trouver ça en ligne sur le site de John. Hein. On the Compass Box website, you can download the spreadsheet that's behind the sample on the picture here. So you can get almost all the recipes, I think that, let's say the 5 or 7 last ones of the different Hedonism batch. My batch of, I've reviewed it already, but j'ai déjà fait la revue de ce Hedonisme. C'est le 2017-A, bottled 11 of May 2017. Voilà. Donc, je vais commencer par, je reviens, oui, alors, ce qui est intéressant aussi, c'est le design. The design, for this, they hired a Scottish painter to this beautiful, very, I have to say, Gustav Klimt-like style, but with the gold and all that. But it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, John is leaving for other projects. He kindly sent me his new email, and he's gonna tell me what's going on. Oh, bon, à ta santé, to your health, to your good health. Slanjeva, Gert. Beautiful one. But in France, it's 109 euros. 109 euros pour les Français. C'est pas donné, Alex. Je sais pas ce que t'en penses. Ah, ça c'est après. So we're going to go back to this and try first the 2017. Oh, you dropped a sign that I cannot read here. I don't know what it is, Gert, but cheers. Maybe a glass, but on StreamYard we can't see emojis, I think. Yeah, some emojis can be seen, that one, no. Yeah, so very bourbon-driven, if I may say, oak-driven, caramelly. It's caramel, it's almonds, it's vanilla. Okay, yeah, cheers as well. Santé à vous tous. C'est doux. On n'est pas loin d'un bourbon. We're close to a bourbon whiskey. Now, because it's single grain, right? It's not single malt, and it's bourbon cask. Sometimes there are some single grains. I have an example home, my oldest whiskey, by the way, 41 years old. Single grains, the old closed distillery matured in sherry cask, but it's rare. Most of the time it's ex-Bourbon. So unless you have a sensational distillate and you work on something, I don't know, the yeast or else, you won't get spectacular results. I'm sorry to say that, but there are still, with age, avec l'âge, les single grains peuvent être très très intéressants. Et parfois même, j'ai dégusté I tried a 10 years old North British, un 10 ans North British from Signatory that was beautiful, very fresh, with almost raisiny notes. So yeah. Nice, sophisticated, vanilla bomb, I don't know, but vanilla-driven whiskey. So this is 2017. Maintenant, si on va sur le 2024, c'est la première fois, it's the first time I'm trying. I will retry it with John live very soon, but cheers. Oui, on paye l'étiquette, Alex, sûrement. Bon, je pense qu'ils ont dû racler tous pas les fonds de tiroir, mais tous les vieux fûts qu'ils ont pu trouver. Parce que John a bien précisé qu'on était sur la fin du stock. So it's the end of the stock for the older, the most rare, interesting, probably cask. So that's why they're going to make it a limited release. Voilà, c'est pour ça que ça deviendra plus limité. Au nez, c'est extrêmement fondu. J'avoue que j'ai du mal à rentrer dedans. Oh! Il y a des notes végétales que je n'attendais pas et des notes boisées un peu différentes. J'allais dire Ikea, je sais pas, c'est pas du bois neuf, c'est du bois travaillé. Hein. Ikea, I don't know. Let's see on the palate. It's a bit hot here. Ooh. Yeah, that's better. Richer, more caramel, more butter, if I may say. More sweet baking spices, but maybe more fudge, pecan pie. There's something more classy there. It's more complex. I like it. Bravo, John. I will say things about, I wrote things about already what John is going to do. I have ideas. I don't know if they're true. I don't want to speculate too much. I wrote to him about these. He didn't say yes. He didn't say no. Voilà, je pense qu'il veut se débarrasser des règles écossaises. Voilà, c'est clair avec tout ce qu'il a fait depuis le début, ça notamment, mais surtout Spice Tree, qui veut se débarrasser des règles écossaises. Et où est-ce qu'on peut faire du bon whisky hors règles écossaises? Et peut-être que je suis un petit peu pour quelque chose en lui faisant goûter le mien, j'en sais rien, avec des chaînes différentes. La France, l'Irlande, les États-Unis, par exemple. So maybe John might move to other countries to find looser regulation in Scotland, but I don't know. Maybe he will quit whiskey to go back to wine, or to because he started in the wine industry, or maybe he'll do something completely else. Now, the thing everybody forgot to talk about, including me, is that I remembered too late that, in fact, well, his living compass box, still okay, keeping a share on it, garde un départ de la société minoritaire. Compass box on its side with a new American director will buy a distillery, will build a distillery. So Compass Box va créer sa distillerie, while John always told me over the years he's not interested. So I don't know, maybe there's things going on, I don't know yet, but I think I will be one of the first aware of, but we'll see. Donc j'ai mis un petit peu d'eau. Je ne sais pas ce que vous pensez du départ de John et qu'est-ce que vous pensez qu'il va faire. What do you think he's going to do, John? Tell me in the chat, in your opinion. Yeah, it's delicate, delicious, very subtle. Maybe, 3 points ABV more, I will be more happy. But, yeah, very delicate. I like it. If I go back to the 2017, si je reviens au précédent, c'est joli, mais c'est différent. Je dirais que le boisé est plus... Ah, c'est dur. Hein. Classiquement single grain. Unidimensionnel peut-être. Maybe it's one-dimensional, this one, while the new one might be more sophisticated. You mean for the hedonism, Gert? Because obviously the stocks are different. It's one release per year instead of maybe 2 batches or 3 batches. 2, I think. And maybe not every year. We'll see. But anyway, so was this presentation. So I don't know your thoughts. Yeah, the recipe of 2024, what I understand is that every one is going to be different, and they will have to struggle to find such a variety of casks, I think. But maybe also it's the chant du cygne, the last swan sung, I don't know, for hedonism, and it will change. Time will tell. Okay, I rinsed my palette because I want to. Oh, before I forgot, there's yeah, ABV, no, I hope not, because s'il passe à 40, là, je vais gueuler. Pour le hédonisme, I hope not, because 43 is a bit, if it goes to 40, I will not buy one again, that's for sure. Might be other more interesting proposals. Alors, est-ce que je peux... So Alex thinks if he has choice, he prefer to take the older version than the new one because of the rarity, but I have to disagree. Because for me, it seems way better. At first try, premier essai, il me semble c'est quand même autre chose. Quelques points de nouvelles, some news I forgot to mention. The Hierarch from LAMAS Distillery, which has already reviewed, donc le single-malt de la distillerie d'Aris, que j'ai déjà chroniqué, is back with batches, if I'm not mistaken, 11 to 18, 11 à 18, and Serge, mon ami Serge Valentin from Whiskey Fans, no, it's not Serge, it's Dave, sorry. Dave said he did found batch 12 beautiful and maybe more accomplished than the first series of batches. So, j'espère la déguster, le batch 12, peut-être au prochain live, je ne sais pas. Nouvelle importante, important news for French audience. 2 references that will drop off supermarkets, definitively it seems, to go on cavist retailers. Malheureusement, la nouvelle est tombée dans Whisky Mag, pour être précis, le dernier. Et ben, à partir de maintenant, bon, j'en ai mis qu'une ici, la Gaveline 16, sortez vos mouchoirs, la Gaveline 16 ans, dont le prix avait considérablement augmenté, mais ça peut se comprendre, voilà. Et Talisker 10 vont passer du supermarché au caviste. Et à mon avis, ça va faire mal côté augmentation. Parce que moi j'ai acheté mes Lagavulin 16. Oui, ben. Ben, est-ce que j'y suis pour quelque chose? Ce serait ultra prétentieux de le dire, mais c'est pas moi qui le dis, qui le laisse entendre. Donc voilà, on a eu un échange de courrier. Je ne dis pas que c'est ce qu'il va faire et que c'est à cause de moi, mais disons que le fût d'acacia dans mon Northman QE 1110 lui a beaucoup plu, l'a beaucoup intrigué. Voilà, c'est tout ce que je dirais. Je ne peux pas parler pour lui. Plus. Yes. I don't have the name here. So James Saxon is the head blender, lead blender, but it's not leading the company, right? So I don't know the name, but you can find it. I have it in some news. I think it's American or English, I'm not sure now, but it's in the press. Go to Spirits Business News, stuff like that. I often watch these guys give you a lot of news of who direct the company. Voilà. But yeah, it's a good news because it's a good whiskey maker, a blender. Ça, c'est vrai. Qu'est-ce que j'allais dire? Yes. We have a little... comme on est en France, on a quand même un petit passage. Voilà, on va passer. Next, news about French distilleries. Hope you're interested. For the English audience, note that more and more releases are available in England, but in UK and some in the United States as well. There are contracts with some brands, hopefully in other parts of the world soon. In 14 UK at least. I don't know about Belgium. What can you find, Gert? Maybe you tell me. Voilà. Alors that, when you have reverse, if I may say, news than the ones I gave you about Lagavulin and Talisker, you are happy. So French Distilleries des Menhirs have decided to drop off the names of, or maybe it will be written in small, I don't know, to go from no age statement to age statement. So I have to give credit to them for doing that. So this is example of one of the last release, which called Tourbé, which we repeated. Yeah, sorry about that. East Coast, I don't know, but I know there are distributors for Armoric in the US, but I don't know in which states. It's same maybe for Canada. You can find. So sorry about that. But we will go back to Scotch whisky later on, if you can stay. Thanks. Donc voilà, le gold devient le 10 ans, le diamant devient le 15 ans. Voilà, c'était un secret de polichinelle quand vous discutiez avec la distillerie, mais voilà, moi je trouve ça super, bravo. Excellent. Nouvel embouteillage. Alors pour l'instant, aucune information. C'est pas top de sortir aucune info, mais peut-être qu'ils n'en ont pas. Enfin bon. Maison du whisky. La Piotr is a distillery I did highlight in my channel on different videos. It's a distillery who makes things right, with direct fire still, malting floor, a lot of care and selection of the barley, the yeast, the casks. So this is an official bottling I reviewed in French, I think. And another one I mentioned already, which is Version Française, because we're going to speak of Version Française in a moment. Version Française is the indie bottling, if I may say, or La Maison du Whisky's top pick range among the French spirit distilleries. Well, this one is from La Piotr and in a porter beer cask finish, 2 casks together. This is a beautiful stuff. If you like, for instance, this is not a novelty, but Version Française is bringing other novelty. I'm speaking in a second. If you have the occasion to try this La Piotr Petit Lot 2019, it's like you had an Irish coffee with more oomph. That's how it feels aromatically, my opinion. Also, French whiskey-wise, I will review this soon. The 10 years old while I've I've already reviewed the 15 masterpiece from Varangem Distillery, but you still hear me, see me, but it's not cool. Okay, we're back. Okay, before I go, what do we have? Yeah, you tried it? Cool. Thanks, Garrett. Okay, let's go back to this. With next one is 2 Version Française, like I showed you, different releases of new or less new distilleries. First one is a Calvados distillery, which is called Le Breuil, Château du Breuil, and they have released 2 years ago, I think, Le Breuil Single Malt and Double Blend. So this one is a 3 years old at 50.8% ABV. So it is supposed to have, let me see, some eucalyptus, black, white pepper, barley, orchid fruit, vanilla, a bit medicinal, but not peated notes, a bit spicy. This is what they like often in la maison, to be honest. So here's what it looks like for those interested. Doesn't say much about the casks, I think. Does it say? No, that's what I don't like in these new presentations, because they don't speak. Now we have a Miklo, also, which is a distillery from Alsace, from the east. I forgot to say previous one was in Normandy. And this one also, they don't say which type cask it is, but it's 46.2. We can expect a wine cask, I think, for this one. So they say quince, peach, etc. Almond paste looks like nice notes. Here's the bottle in bigger. And let's go now. And I did voluntarily took my notes from Instagram. But so ARTESIA, for the record, and you're going to see that later on, is my favorite new distillery from France. And this one was a gift, while the 4 other bottles I have, I bought them. I think they did appreciate. I gave them 8 awards in my highlights of 2023 vidéo. Je leur ai donné 8 prix. Donc je pense qu'ils m'ont envoyé ça sans a priori. Ils savaient que j'attendais ça de pied ferme. Très joli bleu d'ailleurs. Voilà. D'aucuns pourraient penser qu'on me l'a envoyé parce que l'étiquette est abîmée. J'en sais rien, mais en tout état de cause, c'est un très bon usage, parce que, bon, même si je suis un peu fétichiste, c'est le contenu le plus important. Donc, merci à eux, et ça ne changera rien à ma critique, comme d'habitude. Croyez-le ou non, believe it or not, this was a gift, but doesn't change nothing. Voilà, donc Alex, tu as mon avis déjà sur Instagram, hein. Il est, enfin, à mon avis, à l'ouverture de la bouteille, premières impressions. Il est publié. Here you will have, everyone, my opinion about this on second impression. On hot weather, un temps lourd, c'est pas l'idéal. So I will not do the video yet, but just for you, I'm trying now. It's moderately peated, that's why I am doing non-unpeated whiskey after that, but I suspect it's way more powerful in terms of oak influence. So, like I said, je sais plus en quelle langue parler. Voilà, c'est très discret sur la tourbe. Very discreet on the peat. I think it's 10-12 ppm. It's discreet peat. The peat is Scottish. La tourbe est écossaise. Pour l'instant, ils ne peuvent pas avoir travaillé avec la tourbe française. Voilà, et puis derrière, on a ce plaisir boulanger, this bakery feel I really love in ARTESIA. ARTESIA is from a French distillery from north of France. T.O.S. distillery for the other side. On one side, the brewery, on the other side, the distillery, but they got to move for a bigger place. And voilà, le centre de visiteurs sera ouvert, la distillerie sera réouverte, elle est en travaux, elle sera réouverte en 2025. Et voilà, j'ai hâte de la visiter à ce moment-là. So, French single malt, this one is distilled twice, distillé 2 fois, while usually it's once with a Holstein still, very sophisticated condensing and plate system. 46% ABV, non-chill filtered, non-colored, single malt. Non filtré à froid, non tourbé, non coloré. Bah, c'est bon, hein. Que voulez que je vous dise? Il y a ce mélange de notes de croissant, croissant pain brioché, can get that in English, croissant brioche, bakery feel always, with wrapped in vanilla, in some very subtle citrus fruit and golden apples, pomme golden, petit sorbet citron très léger en sucre. Pas d'amande, almond paste maybe. Let me see. So this was Hedonism. C'est terminé. ARTESIA. Hope you're still with me because we have 3 other whiskies to try. Alors le prix est de 75 €, j'ai oublié de le dire. C'est pas donné, mais c'est artisanal, donc moi je peux comprendre. Qu'est-ce que j'ai noté d'autre? Oui, 3 poivres en bouche. J'ai trouvé ça, je sais pas pourquoi. 3 kinds of peppers. White, grey and black. The black being the most moderate. Custard, I forgot that. Oui, custard. Donc, crème anglaise, un petit côté. C'est ça, très séduisant. N'est-ce pas? Voilà, on est d'accord. I hope you will find these in Belgium soon, or maybe I will send you something. Now, let's add a bit of water. Gert. It's hard for me to send in UK, honestly, with the Brexit and stuff. I'm not against Brexit, but I'm against how it was made and how... we won't talk about politics, okay. Et aussi, les douanes françaises, le prix, les taxes françaises, Brexit ou pas Brexit, pour envoyer des choses et recevoir des choses, c'est très pénible. There's something mineral and I might have not said yet. Mineral and green, botanical, that also I like in there. But everything is super subtle, super balanced. Ce qui est sublime, c'est l'équilibre là-dedans. Voilà. En termes de style, if you want a comparison, somewhere between the bit earthy style of Ardmore peat smoke and gentle Caol Ila, independent Caol Ila. Somewhere in between the two, and you have this. There you have it, ARTESIA. And yes, in the box, for those who don't know the brand yet, in the box you have 2 of the owners, a current one who's in production, Stefan, and his brother, who's investment, more administrative style. And then you have 2 other people, and the most important there, sorry, is Cathy Gravina, the woman on the left, which is the master distiller, que j'ai eu la chance d'interviewer en français sur ma chaîne. Allez voir le direct. Voilà, donc c'est les gens qui dirigent la distillerie. Et voilà, voilà. Are you still with me? And if you like the content, I don't say this often, but please like and subscribe, blah, 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 si pas déjà fait, if not already done. Okay, so we've seen ARTESIA. And here are all my ARTESIA, by the way. Here is the one, if you have to have one only, this is the one you have to get. It has been rebranded since. It says Pure Malt. It's a French fantasy, but it's single malt, in fact. It's a 45% ABV. It's full bourbon, first and refill. This is fantastic, and I'm not paid by them, but I have to repeat it again. It's like a kind of 6 years old. It's 4 years old, but 3, 4, but it's kind of 6, what I imagine to be a 6 years old Glencadam. It's very close to that, in my opinion. Oh, I forgot. Thank you very much, Scotty. No problem. There's always the replay. Merci beaucoup. Something I forgot to tell you about, which makes me very excited, though I haven't seen the bottles yet here. But I've seen published in UK, and for once I'm going to show you a gin, not a whiskey. So talking about Bruichladdich, there's the gin, the Botanist, and guess what? There are 2 versions of these that are aged or one is called casked, and the other one is longer. I don't remember now, but it's aged in Islay cask. Come on, this is how exciting is that? So I really hope to find the botanist age in Islay cask, or age in cask, know the name now, to find it on the market, because I expect something as stunning as this gin. Parenthèse fermée, cherchez, voilà, soyez attentifs aux versions en fût, passées en fût du gin botaniste. The second one here is the Funo Archartrois, the one for La Maison du Whisky, the first I come across with. Very interesting as well, with some Arnica, avec des notes d'Arnica. Here is the cast strength single cask ex-white port, very good, very powerful, very pastry as well. Highly recommended too. And then you have limited sherry. Sorry, finish. And then the peated. Oh, so where are we going there? And let's get full. I have a subscriber, j'ai une... Non, je vais pas les montrer. J'ai un soutien de chaîne qui est extraordinaire. Sonia, je tiens à lui rendre hommage ici. I have someone who supports the channel very friendly and very actively in terms of telling me of what's going on in French distilleries all over the country, because it's hard and expensive to go on tour to the now more than 130 distilleries, more than 83, I think, having a product on the market, even if it's hard to get everywhere, even here. Hey, Donapas, good to see you there. We're now on a very exotic section after Scottish and French, and we'll go back to Scotland to the end for a special tasting also. Please watch the replay if you like, and if you want to learn about something important coming on my channel soon. Otherwise, I will tell you in private, no problem. So Sonia brought me this. I'm going to stay on these two single malts from LAMAS Distillery in Brazil. Et je vais commencer, I'm going to start with the Rarus. Je vais commencer par le Rarus que j'ai dans mon verre ici, que j'essaie pour la première fois avec vous. Et donc, merci beaucoup Sonia, c'est aussi un hommage à elle que je fais. Bon, je vois plus que 2 personnes, j'espère qu'il y en a plus. Hope there's still some people watching. Yeah, so for a second, I'm gonna go this way. So I'm trying this, the first one, the Rarus. So on the nose. It's very hot here again, so tastings are with reservations today. So a bit oaky. So the brand is supposed to highlight some des variétés spéciales de bois du Brésil, some special species, varieties of oak, of wood, sorry, from Brazil. So I don't know in which ways this one has some. All I know is it's American oak and maybe some other oak mixed. It seems to be the less experimental one. And I will show you something else after about this distillery. Okay, so gentle nose, nothing standing out. Ah, c'est intéressant. Alors là, à l'aveugle, franchement, jamais je pourrais dire oh, c'est sûr, c'est une distillerie du monde. I will never guess it's a world whiskey distillery there. It's something classic, Speyside or Highlands. There's only a slight thing that's unusual on the back end, which betrays that might be some different distillery character than usual, but I cannot define it. Something about sugars, caramels. It's all about sugar, caramels, malted barley here, and gentle oak. Donc ouais, sucre, caramel, différentes sortes de sucre. C'est très consensuel, hein, franchement. Je ne vois rien de... Mais c'est bien fait. It's well done. It's a very nice drop. It comes in 1 liter or a bit less bottles. I'm going to try the second one that is smoked. If I understood well, it might be smoked with eucalyptus, but I'm not sure. Let's go back to this. So this is the one I will try now. All right. So I hope everything's okay. I have a private message saying now the storm is on Alex's house, so I hope he's okay. The storm is gone here, but it's very... I have to open the window at some point, but I can't right now. So it's very moist and hot here. I cannot answer to Alex now. Okay, so have you tried Donapas and Gert? Have you tried Brazilian whiskey yet, or anyone else in the chat? Est-ce que quelqu'un a déjà essayé des whiskies du Brésil? J'entends parler souvent d'une distillerie qui commence par Union, qui paraît-il est la meilleure actuellement. Il y en a plusieurs. Alors, these whiskies are distributed by Whisky du Monde in France. I haven't seen them nowhere on shelves, but I guess maybe you can order them online. I'm not sure about that. There's currently this one. It's not cheap, 74 euros, with Putu Muju. Sorry for the pronunciation. It's a variety of oak. Beautiful, beautiful picture and a bird. So I don't know. What do they say? Sorry. Bourbon cask, 5-6 years, then finished in Putu Muju special Brazilian wood for several weeks. But for now, we're gonna go back to this one. Voila. Maybe it will be better to go there to have the smoked barley US oak. So smoked, not peated, mind you. I think the difference will be there. And it's also ABV-wise 54%. Look at that. Doesn't say if it's non-chill filtered natural color. Honestly, I don't know. Legs are sticking way more because of the ABV, I guess. If there is smoke, it's very discreet, but the I have to check out the name. There's something that's for me is not suggesting peat smoke, but rather beech wood, hêtre. Donc c'est possible que ce soit fumé au bois de hêtre. Alors on parle talking about eucalyptus on some website. Not sure it's about this one. There's something of precious different off cam. Ooh, I have something very sugary there. I'm surprised. A bit too for me, but it's still pleasant. We'll try to open it up a bit. For me, I see only one people watching, so I don't know. I don't have control and view on YouTube. Hope there will be more on the replay. J'espère qu'il y en aura plus dans la rediffusion. J'ai l'impression qu'il n'y a qu'une seule personne en ce moment. Merci. Donc, j'essaye ces nouveaux whisky brésiliens grâce à une amatrice de la chaîne, Sonia, que je remercie chaleureusement encore. Donc, ces deux whiskies sont très équilibrés. Bois vert, non pas vraiment. Très très peu, mais vraiment, s'il y a de l'eucalyptus, c'est extrêmement discret. Que moi, j'ai des feuilles de tabac, j'ai des feuilles... j'ai du sucre non raffiné de canne, j'ai... like the Mara sugar a bit. There's almost some rummy side to this. Il y a un côté rhum, en fait. Dans les deux, mais surtout dans celui-là. Surtout rhum, Amérique latine, ben voilà, on y est. Hein. C'est curieux. Hein. On est même... there's something even maybe like Appleton Estate rum, I feel. Un petit côté Appleton Estate. Donc je ne sais plus si c'est... j'arrive pas à me rappeler. La provenance, je cherche en fait. From Appleton Estate. The country, what's the country? Jamaica or Guyana, or I have a doubt now. Yeah, I have one. Ah, zut. Voilà, désolé pour la connexion, problème. Lost the signal a bit, sorry. So yeah, there's something of Jamaica rum there, but with no funk, but with special sugary bit green element. That's nice. Mais c'est pas mal, hein. All right. So far, so good. Well, let's go back there. And what's next? Okay, vote for the last tasting of the live show now. So again, I will leave you a bit of time and a few minutes to vote. Pour ceux qui arrivent pour voter, bon, je vois pas, j'ai pas de visibilité s'il y a plus de monde. Pour l'instant, entre les trois, j'ai 2 votes au lieu d'un pour le... can you repeat your vote, Gert? Sorry, was it for the... I think it was for the Caol Ila. Yeah, Caol Ila. The Caol Ila is winning, le Caol Ila. A priori, le Caol Ila, pour les Français, a gagné. But I'd like to have confirmation. Donc voilà, donc for those coming late, I don't know if Donnerais is still there. Let me see if I can find... For Donnerais and people coming late, have to show you this upcoming live show on my channel, which I will celebrate a few things. I don't know if it's this one or... Yes. Voila. For those who missed it, very soon you're gonna see this on my channel, which I will celebrate these, all these. events that occurs in the past 25 years for me. Voilà. So now you know. They said yes, we're just finalizing the date, late May or early June. John is okay for all dates. Dave is still on vacation or on special work, so we're waiting a bit. Voilà, donc on attend pour la confirmation de la date, mais c'est fin mai, début juin pour le direct. Voilà. Je ne sais pas s'il y a encore quelqu'un. Don't know if it's still someone, but it seems that the vote goes for the Caol Ila. So far so good, some will say. And let's go for some peat and some bourbon cask first impressions for you, not for me, but and for you on video of this Caol Ila Palo Cortado finish, 1 year, 10 years ex-Bourbon. Doesn't say how many fields of bourbon, mind you. So 11 years old, 2012 distilled, 2023. It was presented in a French show, Salon du Gard, and I loved it. It was priced 91 euros. It's not cheap, but I loved it so much on the show. It was for me the most interesting of the one I was allowed to try. In that show 2023, for the record, je sais, je suis en anglais encore, désolé. J'ai essayé d'autres whisky, mais j'ai loupé celui qui était sous la table, qui était un 37 ans, unnamed Orkney, qui était en fait, it was a 37 years old Orkney, so it was a Highland Park, in fact. As I understood it, and some say it was stunning, but alas, I couldn't try it, came too late. Mais j'ai goûté ce Caol Ila, j'adore cette distillerie, et voilà, j'ai adoré. Donc, écoutez, on va le verser, puisqu'il n'a pas été versé, puisque je ne savais pas lequel. I didn't know which one, so I didn't pour it in advance. Just wait a minute for it to open up before I reviewed it. Is there still someone there? And if there's someone, can you manifest yourself in the chat? Pourriez-vous vous manifester dans la boîte de dialogue, s'il vous plaît? Et sinon, c'est pas grave, ce sera pour le replay. Anyway. So it's Glenlivet glass, c'est pas okay, but there you have it. Nice legs, sticky legs, brown, amber color, light amber, let's say. It's only 1 year in Palo Cortado, but what does it say on my improvised box? Yeah, it's a description of what they say. Now, I don't want to say silly things, so I'm going to double check. Sorry about the fan. Okay, so sorry. I'm double checking what does that mean. Okay. So hope it's a good, I prefer a professional site about sherry than Wikipedia. Sorry, guys. So, according to this Sherry Notes website, I don't know if you can focus. No. Palo Cortado is an intermediate type of sherry, un type intermédiaire de sherry, the most ambiguous of all. This is fueled by a vague description in the official rules of the Consejo, sorry for the pronunciation, Regulador. It should have the aromatic refinement of Amontillado combined with the structure and body of Oloroso. En résumé, ça devrait ressembler à un sherry amontillado au nez et oloroso en bouche. So it should resemble to amontillado on the nose and oloroso in the mouth. Compared to amontillado, we'll spend less time on the floor. Voilà, il y a le fameux le voile qui couvre le liquide dans le fût, qui n'existe pas dans d'autres versions de sherry. Nowadays, Palo Cortado rarely ages on the floor at all. In the past, Palo Cortado would originate as a fino that started to deviate. The floor is so typical of a fino disappears. The wine maintains its elegance and finesse. The expected layer of floor could break for several reasons. Unplanned yeast activity, specific characteristics of the grape juice, more malic acid, for instance, warmer vintage, leaving the peak grape out in the sun too long, etc., offbeat cask, etc. Nowadays, Palo Cortado is technically a lightweight, delicate oloroso. De nos jours, Palo Cortado Xérès, Sherry's Xérès in French, est un type léger, délicat d'oloroso. Voilà. It's a big in-depth article, so I cannot go too far in there. C'est une des versions les plus rares du sherry. Il y a moins de 100 000 bouteilles vendues par an. Less than 100,000 people, casks sold every year. Lactic note suggestive of fermented butter. Voilà, normalement, c'est ce qui devrait sortir. Évidemment, là, on a un whisky Tourbé, donc for me, the peat here, pour moi, la tourbe ici, c'est vraiment le feu de cheminée à donf, quoi. It's the chimney smoke. I mean, all the way. On the nose, it's almost a bit diesely, un peu de diesel, de locomotive. Faut que je fasse goûter ça à mon frère. My brother did conduct trains so in the past, so gotta make him try that. Wow, very nice. Okay, let's go on the palate. Forgot to say, sorry, j'ai oublié de dire. On the nose, cendré, voilà, it's ashy. Bacon trop cuit, bacon too much overcooked. Dried fruits, fruits secs, creosote, fumée de tourbe cendrée, chocolat noir, dark chocolate 70%, all that. On the palate, en français d'abord, in French first. Ah, j'adore. Oh. Alors, bon, ça fait pas sexy comme ça, mais chocolat noir et mocha entouré de fumée de cendre de cigarette et de cigare qui refroidissent dans le cendrier et la cheminée qui est pas loin, qui a été éteinte, mais il n'y a pas longtemps. So, it's like you're having dark chocolate and what did I say? Or maybe a bit of mocha, yeah. And you just drunk a mocha. You're having now a piece of chocolate with it. So there's still the taste of the mocha. And somebody, let's say on the side, is smoking cigar and on other one cigarettes, Habana cigar, and another one cigarettes, like while the chimney fire in the fireplace is almost, it has just been extinguished, but there's still a lot of flavors in the room. Voila, there you have it. Yeah, it's a bit dry on the palate, but there is a novo malt in passage and dried fruit, dates, raisins, moderately spicy, slight bitterness, but then gets back to a bit of sugar with fudge and coffee liqueur. Forgot to mention that. Coffee liqueur. There's something a bit simple, if I may say, 3-4 different flavors, but it's very sexy, very appealing. I mean, it's like you're having a very good mocha on your cup, having a cup of mocha, but someone did poured you a bit of pitted whiskey in there for the end. I don't know, Gert, what do you make of that? Oh yeah, it's more balanced now with a few drops. I think, je pense, this is something you could like. And yeah, as you can see, you're a moderator. I made you a moderator. Yeah, I think so. Je pense. Oh yeah. Oh man, I think you will love it. I don't know how it will go into the plastic samples I sent you last time, because it seems that pitted whiskey doesn't match a lot. I'm sorry, your Kilchoman samples were lost or not good, so I hesitate to send you pitted whiskeys now in samples. You're the only one that had his issue, unfortunately. Voilà, donc all in all, a great experience in French. Moi, je trouve ça super. Enfin, c'est bon. Je lui ai mis on a rating base, not changing it, 89. 89 for me is the 84 of others. Voilà, moi, j'ai tendance à peut-être noter un peu fort. Mais pour moi, dans la note, je mets aussi c'est un peu tard pour changer, malheureusement. Je mets la partie plaisir aussi. In the rating, I might come across stronger than others, but I mean higher than others in rating, but I take into account the pleasure factor a lot. Oh yeah, chocolate and bit of milk chocolate as well. It's sorry for the signal loss. So yeah, like some pitted mocha. Yeah, pitted mocha is my summary of the review of this. So if you like pit and mocha, and you're not afraid to spend some money on that, it's a bit expensive, 91 euros for France, but France is not the most interesting market price-wise. Like, so voilà, there you have it. I think it's time to stop things now. Oh, there's no viewers, maybe because I lost the signal. Peut-être parce que j'ai perdu le signal, il n'y a plus personne, en tout cas dans ce comme signal StreamYard. Voilà, en tout cas, je vous remercie beaucoup. J'espère que vous prendrez un peu de plaisir en rediffusion. Hope you'll have some fun in replay. And see you soon for another small review before the big live show I've talked to you about. Merci beaucoup. Hope you liked it. Please like, etc. Merci. Thanks, Gert. Appreciate a lot your support. And see you soon all. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Au revoir.